I'm ready.
If you walked around a Disney park today, you'd probably notice something strange, and you'd ask yourself, where are all the children? The Disney parks are now filled with adults getting drunk in bars, eating thousands of calories.
These are the Disney fat hoppers. I've seen them on Instagram. Yeah, I get their videos every once in a while of like all these influencers, these gym influencers, talking about how many calories they eat. By the way, if you want to get decent at calorie counting, just without like having to look it up every time, watch influencers, gym influencers on Instagram counting calories for these people. You realize like how easy it is to fall into this trap.
Worth of snacks, TikTokers taking pictures in the women's bathrooms, and worst of all, putting themselves into massive amounts of debt to go to Disney parks. Disney parks are now filled with some of the most cringe individuals to walk the planet, also known as Disney adults. There's countless videos on YouTube which criticize Disney.
We've watched, I think, at least like 3 or 4 by now, and every time I find out something even more horrifying than the last one.
Disney adults for the way they act like children and are really cringe. And while that's interesting to explore, and I'll definitely make another video on the cringe side, I want to look at Disney adults from another perspective. Okay. What is the financial cost of being a Disney adult? From over-consumerism, having to buy every...
Why? Why do you need... Chad, I have one bag. I have a cat bag, like a cat carrier for my cat so that I can take him to the vet. I have a handbag, and then I have, like, a travel bag for, like, going to the gym or something. Like, if I choose to. That's about it. I have a backpack. Nah, I don't think that counts. I'm talking about, like, handbags. Like, you carry them in your hands. Why the fuck do you need this? You poor thing? Why am I a poor thing for having one thing? Why am I a poor thing for buying things that I need? What? Grocery bag? No, that doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Single product Disney releases, every single limited edition piece of merch.
These are the gotcha things, the gotcha toys.
Limited edition must-eat snacks to try at every park, and even the cost of just getting into the parks. How on earth do these people afford it?
This couple, they spent $21,000.
I've already seen this. I love Caleb.
Dollars
exactly.
in 1 month when they make $7,000 a month. They're obsessed with Disney.
Exactly
lots of Disney adults are. About. They spent $2,000 on Disney exclusive passes and then went to Disney World, spent a lot of money on that. Then they're going to Disney World 2 times next month and then 1 time in the summer.
That's a lot of money on Disney.
Would you ever collect like things like this, for instance, anime figures? I have anime figures, but that's different from buying a bunch of fucking bags. Why do I have to explain like this? I'm sorry, are you stupid? How is that even comparable? I also have a limit on how many things I have. These bitches buy like 5 bags.
But unlike most lesbians, I think they're gonna last forever though, because they're on the same page. And usually couples that aren't on the same page about money, that's where they divorce. Them, they're on the same page about wanting to ruin their lives for Disney.
I saw this like clip, I think it was 2 minutes. We talked about it from Twitter. It was crazy.
Before we look at the insane costs of Disney, we need to take a step back and understand how the parks themselves got to be so expensive in the first place. 40 years ago, trips to Disney were easy and pretty affordable for the average family. All you'd have to think about was your ticket, a hotel if you wanted to stay for a few days, and whatever food you fancied eating at the park. Going to Disney today, however, is a totally different story. It's a stack of microtransactions that add up, leaving guests broke.
Like, you don't... Okay, let's make the argument, like, okay, I need this keychain of the Bambi rabbit, whatever, right? But why do you need 2 of them? That's already a problem for me. Why do you need 2 bags? Like, these bags look identical. One is slightly smaller than the other. You're just... You don't need this. You really don't.
Broke by the time they leave, checking their bank accounts and being horrified with the amount of money they've ended up spending. A Disney World ticket in 1971 cost $3.50.
$3.50? What? Now it's like $200, isn't it?
If inflation were the only factor, it would cost around $27 today. But now,
$27. They are actually just ripping you off.
a one-day ticket starts at $189.
I was literally almost on the money, bro. That's crazy.
Making Disney more expensive has been a key strategic goal by the company, conveniently amplified by the term Disney adult growing in popularity around
It's because people are growing up. That's why. Yeah, like they used to be kids, and then, you know, you've been consuming Disney your whole life, and now you're enamored with them. Yeah.
2015. The trend and term instantly became a meme, with people laughing at their own obsession with Disney. From bawling their eyes out from meeting their favorite characters.
Bro, I can't. No, I've already seen this. I lose my mind every time I see this. And again, I know it's harmless, but like at the end of the day, you have mental problems, and then other people who have mental problems and they feel like they need to go and meet their favorite goofy character or whatever the fuck. It's not a good coping mechanism, and it's also tied to money. That's the other thing. If you want to go and hug like, I don't know, some guy dressed in a suit as your favorite character, that doesn't cost money. But if you have to go to Disney and go hug Winnie the Pooh, it's tied to money. Like, they're using your mental illness and gaining money from it.
Pooh, I've waited 30 years to meet you. Oh my god.
I need to find the clip. Hold on. Winnie the Pooh, crying girl skit. There's hold on. I saw this on Instagram after this went viral.
Pooh, I've waited 30 years to meet you.
He's like, oh my god. Literally, the guy in the suit's like, oh god, okay. You need therapy, lady.
To their insane collections of toys and Disney merch.
The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
I think that the women that would collect, I remember I remember going to a girl's house when I was like in middle school, and her mom was obsessed with like, I think it was like chickens. Like, she would have chickens everywhere. I think that's a little bit more reasonable because she's just collecting chicken themed shit. This is all Disney tied, so Disney's getting all this money. I always thought it was like a red flag. I always thought like being obsessed with something that much is a little bit fucking weird. But this is just like the pinnacle of consumerism. My partner's grandma collects antique oil lamps, which is cool. Well, again, I think there's a merit to recycling to that. But like, I'm getting off into the weeds. But my point is like, I think there's like a merit to this being like all just consumeristic and just being obsessed with this like child thing. Like, antique oil lamps aren't a child thing. Like, they're like, oh, maybe I like disassembling them. Maybe I'm maintaining them because they're like historical pieces. Like, there's some merit to this. This is a fucking piece of plastic made for a children's toy. I collect uranium glass. Yeah, I think that's cool. I don't think that's that weird. Like, yeah, sure, it's niche. It's a little bit eccentric, but like, I don't know. People collect VTuber merch and stuff. But VTuber merch stuff isn't like a $1 billion corporation that ties you into, I don't know, this like ecosystem. Like, yeah, sure, it can be expensive. Yes, it can be. It is corpo. I agree. If you support HoloLive, for example, that's a corporation. Disney is on another level of that. That's like saying I'm a fan of Amazon. It's like it's kind of weird. It's on another level.
There was one very important thing that Disney realized, that these obsessive...
Why does it seem to be primarily women in their 30s? Because the women in their 30s are not having children. And women also tend to be the ones that are hoarding things, like psychologically speaking. Hoarders tend to be women. Crazy cat women tend to be women. Like, obviously there are men that hoard animals, but women, for whatever reason, there must be some sort of psychological tie to hoarding to being a female. There's gotta be. Like, I don't know. Again, I've never looked this up, but there's gotta be. Tell that to my dad. No, I've heard plenty of people, but like, I'm just saying it tends to be women. Like, on average.
Fans had that the kids do not, and that was money. As the parks
Yeah, that's a
expanded
good
and people were willing
point,
to spend
actually.
more, Disney piled on extra charges since 2016, and they
they'll
didn't
pay
seem to
for
be
it.
stopping. Dynamic pricing, paid parking, individual lightning lane, Fast Pass Plus, paid ride reservations, special event reservations, dining plans, photo pass, all
Photo pass, dining, fast pass. You're literally paying for a battle pass.
while removing
Holy
free services
shit.
like the free Fast Pass and the free airport transport services. When you take a look at how these services increase the price so dramatically, it's actually pretty scary.
Male hoarding is I might need that. Female hoarding is usually emotional. Dude, yes. Wait, I know a friend that has a dad and he's like in his 70s and he won't stop buying shit for like prepping. But if you talk to, I mean, not all women, but like if you tend to talk to a woman, it's because they don't want to let it go. It's like, oh, I remember this, I got this. It's an emotional connection. Whereas with a guy, the hoarding tends to be for usefulness, even if they buy multiple of it, which is bad.
Dynamic pricing
Yeah.
works by increasing the price when there's more demand for a ticket.
And it's artificial too. I have to preface this too. This bullshit is artificial. The demand, they can just make more, but they won't.
Increasing the price when there's more demand for a ticket. School holidays and peak times were at least double the price as usual. The Fast Pass Plus also uses dynamic pricing. So if the park is extremely busy and the rides are popular, the price for the Fast Pass Plus will be too. Dropping $500
And people pay that shit. They still have to go. It's a desire.
for a Fast Pass is genuinely insane, and it's only for one day too. It actually costs more than
One
the ticket
day?
itself. But the sad thing is, because the parks are so busy, you pretty much have to buy the Fast Passes unless you only want to
Oh
go on
my
3 or 4
God.
rides and wait in queues for hours. From an English perspective,
That is crazy. And in Florida, where one of the more famous Disneyland parks is, and in California, I'm pretty sure, it's so hot. Sitting outside in the heat, that's not fun.
this concept is pretty insane. Like, yeah, we do have Fast Passes at UK theme parks, but you can get them for like £10 at parks like Thorpe Park and Alton Towers. And I get they might not be as busy as
That's
Disney
crazy.
World, but it's
How? Wait. Okay, these are 2 kids. That's a kid. That might be a kid, maybe like 15. There's some strollers here and there. I don't think there's that many kids. Like, that's a kid. That's a kid. Obviously, these 2. I think that's a kid. That one over here. If I had to, like, put a gun to my head, I would say it's probably 60% adults.
Disney World, but is it
Holy
really worth
shit.
the £500 difference? And I think it's worth mentioning that it's actually optional to have fast passes at theme parks. Several European parks outright refuse to use them because from a moral perspective, they don't believe that you should be able to skip a queue because you're richer than some other person, or more willing to go in
Ha! No, I pay more money. Get out of here.
the debt to get them. 2 European
Bitch.
theme parks, Bellewaerde and Efteling,
This
say
is
that they don't
America.
offer fast passes because we don't wish to give
Stop being
anyone
poor.
preferential treatment. To be honest, it is a complete money grab by Disney, so they can get more guests into the park and have a payable option to skip the queues. And because the queues are so long, buying a fast pass
Okay, this one has a little bit more kids. This just random picture.
is just as
just
important as buying a
looking at
ticket
it.
now. It's basically unavoidable if you want to spend more time on the rides and wait
Yeah.
in the queues. All of these additional costs slowly add up, forcing guests to spend more without even realizing it, adding to their Disney debt. Even though the list of additional charges that Disney's added over the past 10 years are absolutely insane, there's something else that Disney has incorporated that changed the game forever. For over
What?
40 years, you couldn't have alcohol at a lot of Disney's parks.
What? I thought it was always a thing. But then again, it is a kids' park. Wait. Wait, what was the graph for Disney adults over here? The key search for Disney adult increased over time, so maybe they just like had it installed because it makes them a lot more money. It's supposed to be a family park. No, it used to only be Epcot. Oh, and Epcot probably partnered with them and said like, "Oh fuck, we gotta make money." Yeah. Most theme parks don't allow alcohol, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, you can only walk around with a drink in Epcot and Disney World. Every other park, you can't, though, yeah. But then it was banned before that, like, straight up.
With a few exceptions, of course. But flash forward to now, and alcohol is one of the big reasons Disney adults come to the parks.
Oh my god, you want to get drunk and just... Bro, go to Dave and Buster's or something. At least they have like a section for where the adults drink. Like walking around the park being drunk? That's so weird. I don't know, man.
Since this shift, it's clear Disney now caters to their adult fans, offering an absolutely insane variety of alcoholic drinks available in all of the parks. But it's not just a few cocktails here and there, and they've even developed a famous drinking game in Epcot known as
Drinking game. Bro, you probably make so much money. No joke, you make so much money off of these people.
Drinking around the world.
Because if it's anything like clubbing, because like I never clubbed, but my brother would always bitch because he was more outgoing. He went out clubbing and he DJ'd and stuff. He said that fucking drinking is expensive. Yeah, like at these parks or parties or clubs and stuff, I imagine it's so fucking expensive.
Where guests spend up to 6 hours on a bar crawl through 8 themed countries, each with a cocktail inspired by the place they're in.
No. Is this... Oh, it looks like a temp tattoo. It's a temporary, but still. It's because they can't have a piece of paper because they get drunk and they'll lose it.
Nothing can stop us now. I'll tell you how. We're gonna make it happen. Let's take a ride and spend the day in the countryside.
That is so weird. That is so weird.
Here to stay.
Haha, it's so cute. Getting blasted at Disney. Why don't get blasted at a club or, I don't know, at a party with... I don't know, I think that's so strange. Maybe I'm just an extrovert. But, like, the alcohol itself is already expensive in and of itself. They just, like, scam you by making the price of the cocktails probably, like, $20. Vegas was a $22 Vegas was $22 at a cocktail at clubs. Disney's probably closed. Yes, absolutely. It's probably like $20.
And have a perfect picnic.
Aside from the awful audio, you get the point here. Disney is catering more towards Disney adults, who have a lot more money to spend than the children.
Yeah.
As a quick side note, I really hope that tattoo was fake, because
No, it is. It's a fake one. I can tell. Yeah, it's a temporary one.
Is extremely embarrassing.
But
But
it's
not
still
only is
weird.
this drinking game at Epcot great for
But you know, well, you want to know what is actually like really weird about this is that they don't have a piece of paper. It's because they're probably figured out that they lose the pieces of paper really fast because they get drunk. So they have to put it on their body because they don't lose that.
extremely embarrassing. But not only is this drinking game at
grooming's
Epcot
paying
great
off,
for getting
yeah,
people to spend over
for
$200 on drinks alone if they complete the challenge, but selling alcoholic drinks is much more lucrative than sodas alone. A Coke or a juice for a child probably costs around $4.
That's
but
still
a
way too
cocktail is
much.
closer to $20.
That's
the markup
insane.
on these drinks is easy because the margins are so high. It definitely doesn't cost $20 to make a cocktail, but guests will happily pay for it because it's Disney themed. Serving
It's got Mickey Mouse ears in it. Oh my god.
alcohol also changes who comes to Disney and why. Instead of it for being
Wow.
for kids' birthdays or special occasions for kids, it's now a place for adult-only holidays and stag or hen do's, or
Okay, I have nothing against bachelorette or like stag parties. You do what you want to do. You're an adult. But like I just feel like the venue is weird. Like you're associating with children? Like I think of kids when I think of Disney. Why?
bachelor parties, I think, to my American subscribers. There's even been entire Reddit threads talking about the alcohol consumption in Disney, with one person saying, it went from being a family-friendly experience to being a mob of drunk, dehydrated, aggressive who behave worse than hungry children. Alcohol also encourages guests to stay longer, spending more time in the bars
and you get fucking hungry. Yeah, you guys ever get drunk? You get hungry. Yeah.
Restaurants conveniently buy more food. I don't know about you, but when I've had a drink, I get absolutely starving. And it seems like Disney knows this too. And what better way to take advantage of all those slightly buzzed or just straight up drunk guests than the largest selection of snacks in the world, littered across almost every path in the park. At Disney, trying the snacks are just as important.
And they're just snacks too. They're not like actual full meals. It's like crazy to me. I don't drink either. I'm just saying I've experienced being drunk and it makes you hungry. That's why, generally speaking, if you want to lose weight, not only is alcohol high calorie in general, you also just are more likely to eat because your stomach wants to like put food in it.
Important as going on the rides and meeting the characters. The snacks are also ridiculously expensive, often between $10 to $20 for
$10 for this crap? It's probably dry as fuck too.
One thing. And the most ridiculous thing that I found was literally a stick with one piece of—
Stop it. It's a dude, what? You have got to be pulling my leg right now. This isn't real, right? Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. I don't believe this. Bacon on a stick, Disney food. The candied bacon skewer is a popular Disney snack primarily found at Westward and Magic Kingdom's Frontierland for $10! This is $10 American! Bro, I gotta make a Disneyland or something. What do you mean this is $10? It's fucking bacon on a stick. The stick costs like 1 cent, and then it's a slice of bacon pierced with a stick, and then maybe like it's got a sugar glaze on it.
The bacon on it for $10.
Who's calling it?
Bro, and I hate the fucking fat on it. It's not even what is it called? Caramelized properly. That shit's gonna be chewy. That's nasty. Yeah, like look at the fat on here. It's chewy as fuck. It's not even the nice rendered fat type shit.
Who's calling that shit?
It's like, oh my god, I get the ick just thinking about eating that.
Who's calling that shit?
The snacks are already expensive, but slap a Mickey shape on there and you instantly pay more for just a shape.
Some basic theme park snacks that happen to be Mickey shaped and then cost $5 million. You'll spend almost $8 on
$8 for that. And it looks like shit too. It looks dry. And you get some nasty cheddar cheese flavored fucking sauce on the side. Oh my god, soy pog. Soy pog, let's go get ourselves a pretzel, a SmugAlana pretzel.
Mickey pretzel that is just okay, so I recommend instead spending that money on the pepper jack pretzel at Cheshire Cafe.
That doesn't even look that good either. It's $7. People get fleeced. This doesn't even look that good either. It's better than the other one. Okay, that's fair, but like, holy shit.
It's a warm pretzel stuffed with gooey pepper jack cheese, and it's just way more worth it in my opinion.
Tasty.
Too, Mickey bars are obviously iconic, but they're $6 for a basic chocolate ice cream bar. So instead, you can get a fresh single scoop of ice cream at Plaza Ice Cream Parlor with Mickey ears for $4.99.
But it's not just
still kind of crazy, $5. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy for that, but
just 1 or 2 snacks that guests are having in the parks, as they're often spending over $50 on just snacks alone, and not even considering the main meals that.
And that's for one person probably. Like Fatties can't. Gotta spend a lot of money.
They haven't throughout the day.
This is a work of art.
I don't know what it is. I hate the colored milk bullshit. The only acceptable milk I can have colors is chocolate milk and strawberry milk and maybe banana milk, but I think that's a culture thing. I think Koreans really love banana milk. I don't really care for it, but blue milk, that gives me the ick. I'm weird. I don't know.
art. This is a work of
Vanilla,
art.
but that looks white.
This is a work of art. This is a work of
$8 for some fucking waffles and fruit cut up? You've gotta be joking. Dude, the markup on that is insane. Like, the waffle batter for this waffle alone costs probably like 50 cents. And then all the fruit on top is maybe like, let's be generous, like $1.50, maybe $2. Holy crap.
art. This is a work
That's a lot of food. That is a lot of food. Yeah, that's a lot.
of art.
It's $7, but it's a lot. At
But
least.
this is a
Holy crap, $10 for just this? In a cup? 50 grams of sugar? No, I understand that, but I'm just saying at least you get something out of it.
work of art.
Couples going to the parks together will often be spending over
My
$100
God.
every day just on snacks. This is just simply too much to try.
Dude, what? Why do we need to eat so much? Look, okay, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't shame people that much. I'm gonna be the woman here and be nice. Okay, it's Disney World or whatever the fuck. It's your day, okay? You want to do this once in your life and you want to gorge yourself on food. Okay, fine. But doing this like all the time? That's my problem. Is that people that go to on Caleb Hammer's show, they'll say like, "Oh yeah, I love going to Disney World. We go like 4 times a year," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Ew, ew, stop it! No, why do you need to eat that much and like go to Disneyland that much? Are you done?"
Simply too much to
You've seen it
try.
all.
Disney creates FOMO over snacks, calling them
FOMO
must try
over
to create
snacks.
scarcity, and they often change seasonally. Once they're gone, and they don't come back. So if guests are there, they feel like they need to try it all there and then. They're obviously
That
all
works with McDonald's and Taco Bell and shit. Yeah, that's a very common tactic. That's not just exclusive to Disney.
themed too, so Disney
I go
adults
once a year and I
need to
can
try
afford it.
them.
That's fine. You're not going into $20,000 of debt and fucking gorging yourself on food. Maybe you do, but like I'm not here to judge. But like these people just can't stop themselves.
Because the food is from their favorite shows. Who cares if they can't afford it? They can just use the credit cards to buy them. As we're talking about Disney adults, it wouldn't feel right
that's
to
the
not
Disney
mention the
plus-size
plus-size
hoppers,
park
bro.
hoppers. And they're just as popular for their food.
Dude, I watched a gym influencer count how many calories they ate, and for one chick, the fattest one, the skinniest one, and I do mean like I'm putting parentheses in skinniest. The one that looked the skinniest out of the 4 of them, she ate probably 4,500 calories, and the fattest one ate like 6,500 calories. A normal adult male, like that doesn't do any strenuous activities and doesn't like go outside much, should eat about 2,000 calories on average. Like you'd have to be like, I don't know, like I would have to be a goose with a funnel stuck to my throat to eat that much. I would throw up.
Food recommendations as they are for their controversial "If I Fit, I Sit" videos. Yep. Which I have covered before on the channel.
It's when they can't fit in the car rides, you know, the what is it called, the roller coasters and shit. I almost called it an escalator. They made an entire series of this where they where they have to fucking put on the seat to test it.
Everyone, we're plus size park hoppers, and this is everything we ate in a day as plus size best friends at Disney's Magic Kingdom. We started our day by having lunch at the Plaza restaurant on Main Street. We find that the food tastes better than any of the quick service options available at Magic Kingdom.
Bro, they barely put any fucking sauce on that shit, the fuck.
It's pretty affordable too. Katie started off with the Plaza loaded fries, which can be made.
That is such a ripoff. Holy shit. Those aren't loaded. $15! And look, it's just like, you can see the fries. They're loaded, by the way. Loaded my ass.
Gluten-free. These come with melted cheddar, bacon, green onion, and spicy sour cream. Ashley and I both got the triple-decker turkey club sandwich.
That's expensive, but not that bad. Yeah. That's like, I want to say if it was like $15, that'd be pretty good. But $20 is expected for Disneyland. This is better than the fries. Yeah, at least you can see the fucking meat and stuff.
Sandwich is really good, and it's our go-to every time we go. We also thought that the portion was pretty big for the price. Katie got the
That would be more than enough for me personally, like to hold me over. If I eat this at like 11 o'clock, I could probably like not eat for the entire day. Yeah, but then again, you're walking around Disney Park, I'm assuming, so you might get hungry, so I don't know.
It's our go-to every time we go. We also thought that the portion was pretty big for the price. Katie got the Chipotle barbecue pork sandwich with a gluten-free bun.
That's not bad, $17. It's expensive, but it's not that bad. Not like the fucking $15 fries. That was disgusting.
Chipotle barbecue pork sandwich with a gluten-free bun. And for dessert, she had a strawberry milkshake.
That's a ripoff. $8.50 for a fucking milkshake? You are out of your fucking mind. Holy shit.
She had a strawberry milkshake. Later on that day, Katie got the Aurora cone, but without a cone to make it gluten-free from Storybook Treats. And Ashley and I split the candied...
$10 for this, by the way.
Bacon skewer from Westward Ho. This was the perfect combination of salty and sweet, and also, who doesn't love a snack on a stick? Before we left the...
Yeah, snack on a stick like a fucking animal. Shove it in your mouth, you freaking creature. That's what Disney thinks of you, honestly. They think you're just cattle. They just give you like food on a stick and you're happy to pay it.
Park, we were thirsty for ice cream, so Katie...
Thirsty for ice cream? Bro, drink some water!
Headed over to Aloha Isle.
Koi slop. I mean, I won't say you're wrong. You're not wrong.
And got the coconut
It really
pineapple
is just
Then
slop
Ashley and I headed over to the
for the
Plaza
goyim.
Ice Cream Parlor. We each got the All-American Sundae, which is one of our favorite.
$8.30 for this. My local ice cream, ice cream place that like hand churns and gets local milk from the local cows that graze in the local farm area where I live, that costs like $5 for 2 fucking scoops, and it's high quality ice cream. This shit looks like ass. It's probably not high quality fucking ice cream either. It's $8
Sweet Treats in Magic Kingdom. If you're a fan of chocolate and peanut butter, then this is the ice cream.
Bro, this entire fucking thing is probably like 1,000 calories. This entire cup is probably like 1,000 to 1,200 calories.
For you. When we got back to Saratoga Springs, we headed to the Artist Palette for dinner. Ashley and I both got...
They couldn't even give it to you on a plate? Bro, why? Is it takeaway?
The shrimp with green beans and mashed potatoes, which was pretty good for a quick service dinner. Katie got the chicken and rice bowl.
That was the least atrocious thing that they've eaten so far. That could be considered relatively healthy.
We accidentally forgot to record it. And then we ended our night in the hot tub.
Focusing just on what Katie
Holy
eats,
shit.
because she is one of the biggest people there, and I'm not trying to bully her, but
Okay.
she eats nearly 5,000 calories.
I literally called it. I said I watched these before. They eat so much food. It's insane. They eat the amount of food that 2 people eat
Worth
in
of
one day.
food and snacks at the park in a single day,
Good
not even
Lord.
including what she'll have been eaten before or after the video. This food came to over $50 as well, which is just so expensive for one day, especially with the majority of
That's
it
for one person.
being from snacks. Now, I totally agree when you're at Disney, you should eat whatever you want, because it's a treat and you probably won't go again for a few years. I mean, even I did a 10k calorie challenge and I won't be doing one again anytime soon, but the plus size park hoppers seem to be going to a park every week. This isn't cheap, nor is it healthy. Now, the plus size park hoppers do have a social media presence, so they might be able to afford this. But normal Disney adults are doing this too. They're going to Disney way more than they can afford and eating way more than they can afford to. They're so consumed by...
It's consumption on a gluttonous level. And the saddest part, it's people that can't afford it. Like, they will go into debt. They'll swipe their credit card because they can't stop themselves. Like, for me personally, like, if I want to go on vacation, I feel like it has to be earned. Maybe my parents raised me right, but you have to work hard to play hard. Like, if I want to go to Disney World, which I never want to do, to be honest with you. I can't stand big crowds and having to sit in line and interact with people, but that's just me. If you want to do that, that's on you. I feel like it has to be earned. These people like literally swipe a fucking credit card so they can just like indulge themselves, and I feel like that just kind of defeats the purpose of having fun. You don't get the same dopamine, in my opinion.
Disney, that they totally let themselves go wild and have no boundaries when it comes to indulging and consuming whatever they want. Whether it's food, merchandise, or going to the parks multiple times a year.
Yep.
And for all of these reasons that we've looked at, it's no wonder why so many people have gone into debt just to be able to go to Disney. 45% of guests with young children have gone into debt to be able to go to Disney. And
I can't judge too hard on this because I knew a friend that had parents that were poor and they would like go and have fun because they didn't have a lot of money. I think they probably did swipe their credit card because they were poor. But like, I don't know, like I feel like it's a little bit different. I know a lot of people gave up a lot to have kids, and I don't think that that's that bad. Like, let your child have some joy in their life type shit.
24% of adults with no children have gone into debt to go to Disney.
And how many times do these people who have no kids go to Disney? That's another thing. The parents probably, like, I don't know. I feel like they would probably reason with their children, be like, okay, you went once, maybe we'll go in 5 years type shit, right?
And it's rising too.
These people feel entitled to go multiple times.
From the same survey in 2022.
Wow.
From the posts that I've seen, part of the magic of Disney is also going into debt. It's joked about like it's funny, like it's cool.
Oh, it makes people feel better. It's the psychology of like, oh, I'm going into debt to go to concerts. It's the same shit.
To be in debt than not. Like, it's some sort of
Makes
badge of honor
better.
to say, I went into debt so I could go to Disney. They act as if Disney's some friendly corporation who's happy to lend you the money. And they like to pretend that it's not an entity that would send the bailiffs when you ultimately miss a payment. I think a huge part of this is caused by the childlike nature of Disney guests and why they feel entitled to go. It's like a form of therapy for them.
Oh my god. Oh my god, man. I would love to get to know these people just to like, I don't know, like understand where they're coming from. Do you really need this therapy, like this self-care or whatever the fuck you want to call it? Like, to me, self-care is like, I don't know, getting a massage, I don't know, getting your nails done. Self-care is like something you do all the time, but going to Disney World or whatever the fuck, it should be like once in a while type of like holiday treat thing, not going there whenever you feel bad.
Disney adults explain their obsession with Disney as being a result of not having a proper childhood.
They literally have mental illnesses. They want to be kids so bad. Yeah, again, people are going to be like, oh, well, you know, it's the same thing with VTubers. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. VTubers are not for child consumption. I will say that until I die. VTubers are for adults. Sorry.
And that's true. There's many children who grew up in households that couldn't afford to go to Disney, or they had some sort of trauma. But that shouldn't be worth going into thousands of dollars of debt for.
I understand it being a dream or a goal or like whatever you want to call it, but again, it's just like these people are like, oh, I got a credit card, I better start spending it instantly on things that I wanted to have as a kid. I truly hate when the credit card debt is worth it. Oh. It's just it's the slop. It's the slop machine. Love the slop. That's not even a child, by the way. That's a backpack.
It's my favorite backpack ever.
The worst part about this TikTok video is the number
Lord.
of comments supporting the creator, encouraging each other to continue to go into debt to solve their childhood traumas. This healed my inner child. This would cure my depression.
This consumerism would fix my mental illness. Chat, like, if I put it that way, does that sound normal to you? people are like, oh, it's harmless, Alana. Let them fix themselves however they want. It's like, but when you put it in that way, it's like the money will fix my mental illness, my childhood trauma.
Best thing is you're making memories and enjoying life, so he is worth what you paid. Hope you had a good time. That is all that matters. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see how seeing a person in a suit in real life would cure your trauma. You'd be much better off seeing a therapist. But it's not just people who are going into debt specifically because of Disney. Many Disney adults are still choosing to go when they are already thousands of dollars in debt.
Trips are coming up. So please don't tell me trips are coming up.
No.
Well,
no,
I've been trying to plan a Disney cruise for us.
Disney cruise. I think that's even more expensive than the fucking the Disney park, chat.
Really expensive.
Exactly.
What is that? How much is that going to cost?
Oh.
Well, how much is that going to cost?
For the weeks that I needed to go. So
You don't need to. It's a hierarchy. You don't need to. Your head's not gonna explode if you don't go. Oh my God, these people need help. Lord, have mercy.
Specific because he can't get off work. He has shut down on 2 weeks a year. So the price for the week we needed to go was going to be $8,000 for the cruise.
Oh my!
Some people in this chat would kill for $8,000, and this bitch is spending it, even though she doesn't have the money, and going into debt to go to Disney cruises.
That is a month of your income.
A month of your income? Bro! I think the average person makes like between $3,000 to $4,000 a month, and that's like decent. That's like at least livable in some places. $8,000 a month? 8 times 12 is 90, 86? 8. I can't do math. I'm retarded. $96,000? Yeah, 96,000. Okay, I can't do math. Holy fuck! I was starting to second guess my ability to do second grade math. Yeah, like what the fuck? That's almost $100,000 a month.
Lady,
I can do math when I write it down, Chad. I'm
control the
sorry.
money because you cannot trust him, so that you guys can pay off debt, so that you can get married. That is what you open this conversation with. F you, that is not the truth.
And that's on luxury too. That's not like, oh, I bought myself a car. Oh, I don't know. I bought myself, I don't know if I can know, like a boat, and I'm gonna go fishing, and then I'm gonna not buy fish from the store type shit. Like, that's on a cruise.
That is both. That is both. That is both. That is both.
I get wanting to go on expensive holidays, I really do. But the best thing you can do instead is to be financially stable first. If you absolutely need to get away, there are so many things you can do for cheap. At least from in the UK, I can go somewhere in Europe for less than £500. I know America's a bit different, but there are definitely cheaper places to go than Disney. And to put it into perspective, just how expensive Disney trips can be.
Some people never leave America because America's geography is actually really good for traveling. Yeah. Like, if you want to go to a really cold place, go to Alaska. If you want to go to a fucking really hot place, go to Florida. Like, and you're still in the same country. It's actually not that bad.
This guy spent over 30 grand to take his entire family to Disney.
We stayed here for a little over a week, and it was about 30 grand.
Did you use any debt to pay for that trip?
No, we had savings.
Based! Okay, so he saved up money because he's a responsible adult. What's wrong with that?
That we had.
Which resort?
All sport.
He's probably affluent.
All inclusive was the way to go for us. I took 5 grandchildren and all their.
Oh my god! If my grandpa took me to Disney World with a bunch of other like family, I would lose my mind. Yeah, like again, Chad. He didn't say he's going into debt. He said 30 grand for 5 grandkids.
Parents.
It's a lot of
I'm
people,
no Disney
yeah,
expert,
exactly.
but people in the comments of this video point out that the All-Star Sports Hotel is actually the worst one. So it's not that they're getting a luxury experience from that 30 grand. If you've got the money to burn.
That's still really expensive then, yeah, if you're going to not the best one. Again, if he wants to do it, that's fine. There's some people in my chat that were like, I go to Disney maybe once a year and I'm fine. I can afford it.
And sure,
These
spend
are his
this much, but the
grandkids, too. It's
fact
not like he's
that
going by
ordinary people with
himself.
regular jobs are trying to be on the same level is just insane to me.
I've
It's
never
no
been.
surprise
Yeah, me
people have to
neither.
go into debt to afford this. On Caleb Hammer's financial audit, a Disney adult couple joined the show to talk about their insane debt and why
Oh
they
no. Oh lord. Yeah, this is that lesbian couple, isn't it?
still choose to go to Disney
remember
despite
them.
this.
You spent $1,000 on just being at Disney. On here, $1,000 just on the Disney crap.
I mean,
for a day, for one day.
1 day. I
1,000.
can't even spend $1,000 in a day unless it's like a payment or something. Holy fuck.
$1,000 for a day, guys. You make $7 a month net, and you blew.
Net? Oh, why are you spending that much when that's your net?
Through a seventh of it in a day? Unacceptable. Missing our student loan
disgusting.
payments, i.e. the money you borrowed, federally backed, subsidized from us, the taxpayers. You know, these ones right here, us.
Let me guess, they need to go to Disneyland. They have to. Like, if they don't go, then they're gonna miss out.
Not paying it back, but you're going to Disney?
Well, we're gonna pay it back when I
You're
get
not.
our next paycheck.
Maybe we'll see that, or you can have a bonus trip to Disney because there's a hidden relative's birthday you didn't know about.
Well, next month both trips we're going on, we're going with other people, so we've already
does make it
committed
cheaper.
Yeah.
to.
You just went. Why?
Yeah.
Splitting the hotel with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, call them and say, oh, wait, I forgot that I'm literally a poor.
These girls are so delusional that they think going to Disney is more important than getting out of debt, that they even add to it. Debt is no
That's
joke, and people like this
insane.
tend to forget that.
What
It
the
can ruin
hell?
your life. They can lose their houses, their cars, their entire livelihoods, and in this case, all to go to Disney. Even for people who try to just avoid going into debt just to visit the parks, Disney has created new schemes to entice them to. In this video, a woman shares her story of how she was essentially duped into a points-based scheme at Disney that
I knew what a pyramid scheme was from an episode of Dexter's Laboratory or some other Cartoon Network show, and I realized what pyramid schemes are. Like, I don't want to think that I was smart as a kid. I just consumed media, or I learned about things through pop culture. Why are you falling for this shit?
ended up leaving her with significant debt.
This is part 3 of how we got into massive debt, and this is one of my most embarrassing debts that we have. A few years ago, our family took a trip to Disney, and we impulsively purchased the Disney Vacation Club. And we did so by financing it. If you don't know what the Disney
financing a fucking timeshare bullshit thing.
Vacation Club, or DVC, is. It's kind of like a timeshare for Disney World, except instead of having one specific resort or specific weeks of the year that you get to use it, it's a point system. You buy a certain number of points, and then those points can get redeemed at any DVC resort any time of the year that they have availability. That means
this physically actually hurts me. Not only is it her, it's her husband that thought this was a good idea. This went through 2 heads, and they were like, you know what? Let's do it.
means you can end up staying at Disney World properties, Disneyland properties, and they also have other DVC resorts like in Hawaii and in Europe. So it definitely provides like a lot of opportunity to travel. Now, with that being said, this is a very
with money that you don't have. With money that you literally do not have. You don't have the money. You literally took a financial whatever the fuck, like investment debt on to do this timeshare point-based bullshit system. I feel like if I was Caleb, I would have brain damage listening to these people. I can laugh at it for a little bit, but then I start to like physically hurt. Because these people don't, like, at least she's self-aware, but some of these people don't realize what they're doing.
bougie luxury purchase that we had no business making. There were some incentives when we purchased, so the total cost of financing was around $27,000. Now,
That's a fucking car. You could have bought a car. You could have, I don't know. God.
Was this stupid? Yes, I know that. But I promise you our hearts were in a good place, but like our
but you're a retard. You don't have money. What?
Financial literacy was 0.
Financing 27 grand worth of Disney is just
But you know what's really sad about these things is that like this argument saying I don't have financial literacy is like, I don't have an apple. I don't have money for an apple. I want the apple. Oh, I can buy the apple, but then I have to pay back the apple with money that I don't have on top of interest usually. Like that's dumb. Then I don't want the apple. Like I don't need the apple. I know I'm dumbing this down to like, you know, fucking being a second grader, but like just don't buy it then. I feel like I'm a pretty impulsive person as someone with ADHD, and I feel like I'm not this much of a retard. I can't.
Insane to me. That could pay for a house deposit or even multiple cars.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, a house deposit is like 20 grand if you're lucky.
So many things that you could do with that money instead of buying a Disney holiday. And the worst part about all of this is that Disney adults 100% support each other. If they're all in debt together, there's no judgment.
Well, it's like a drug addiction. If you do drugs, yeah, then, you know, you support each other so that you don't feel as bad about your drug addiction. It's a common psychology. It's how humans cope.
Disney is such an all-encompassing entity with so much to buy that many Disney adults can go into debt without even having to go to the parks. They spend thousands on limited edition.
No, these are the stupid Minnie Mouse hats or whatever they're called. The ears. Why do you do
merch, collectibles, and literally anything with Disney printed on it? This really is overconsumption at its finest. I can't help but stare at all those Mickey ears and wonder what else could have been bought instead. They're not cheap either, around $45. $45. My fucking figurines are cheaper than that.
Bro, chat, if you ever feel bad about buying VTuber merch, at least you're not like this, bro. Like, I know VTuber merch is marked up, right? Like, let's be realistic. You're buying a brand, right? It is, right? But this, $45, like, this shit costs maybe, like, fucking $3 to make. Maybe.
$50 each. And I'm no Disney expert. I might be after this video, but I'm sure that the ears are bought to be worn in the parks. So does this create a plan on going to Disney over 100 times to wear each pair at a different time? I don't know.
I think this is on the tier of like people buying like 1 million shoes and having a shoe closet. Okay, maybe you have 6 pairs of shoes, maybe you have 10 pairs of shoes, but when people put like entire closets worth of shoes, I think that's fucking insane. I could never.
So many Disney adults who have an absolutely insane amount of merch too. I don't want to be too judgmental, but at this point it just seems like hoarding. You don't do anything with any of this, it's just stuff. It's not like other collectibles like Warhammer figures maybe, that people spend lots of time paying.
But you play with the fucking figurines, you don't do that, you don't.
Not having hundreds of books to read, it's just stuff. A lot of Disney merch can only be bought at specific parks too, not online or in any stores outside the parks. So there's an exclusivity of that makes it so much more popular. Ultimately,
oh my god, it's the fucking Stanley. It's the Disney fucking Stanley, bro.
Much more popular. Ultimately, I can understand why parents want to take their kids to Disney even though they're in debt. But there are ways to make it cheaper. They can stay off-site instead of the park hotels to make it cheaper. Bring some of their own food and drinks, and maybe...
That's what my parents did. Like, we went to Europa Park, even though, like, we probably didn't have, like, the best financial situation, and my parents made it work. They bought the tickets. They didn't take it out on a credit card. My mom smuggled in a bunch of food in her pockets and in her bag, and we just ate that so that we could cut corners on buying stuff, and we bought a bunch of water. Like, there's ways to, like, consume things and know consciously that you're consuming something that is overpriced, and like having the wonder and joy that you bring a child into Disney World. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, Disney was awesome when you're a fucking kid. It was great. But like at the end of the day, like these people just have no self-control.
Even stay for a shorter time. But Disney adults, I think if you have so much debt already and will be going into more debt just to go to Disney, I just don't think it's worth going, to be honest. Now, I know this video is pretty finance heavy, so if you want me to react to more of the sort of cringe side of Disney adults, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to watch my full video on the plus size park hoppers, click the video on your screen now. Follow my Instagram at BigCraigYT, subscribe to my main channel, my compilation channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, mate. That's right. Yeah, these people never grew up, and now that they have money, they spend it like they need to therapy themselves instead of like looking inwardly. Like, I'd be a hypocrite. I have plushies too, but guess what? Do you know what I've been doing with my plushies? I've actually been giving them away. I gave one to my niece. I gave to a neighbor's kid. Like, yeah, like I don't really give a fuck, honestly. I keep the ones that like are very sentimental to me. But like some of the plushies, I'm like, you know what? Like, you can have it.